This is Kill Recruit, back with another video. If you watched my last video, you might have gained a little interest in the best game you've never played, Militia. Before you get on the game, these are the settings that you must change once you download the game. Let's hop right into it. Now in our settings tab, the first thing that we're going to adjust is GFX resolution. We want to set this to high. We want to activate our sight laser. It's going to point a laser at your enemy, making it easier to be able to take a shot. The next thing to change is your viewport style. You're going to change this. It's going to be set to classic V4 by default. So you're going to change this to enhanced. Then under enhanced, you're going to see some options. First thing we're going to change is the field of view X and Y. We'll set those to 5X respectively. Then we're going to adjust our aim offset to 125%. Then our offset method, sight method, both will be set to adaptive. Then our scope method, this is very important. For each gun you pick up, it's going to set the range automatically to max. We're going to dive into that much later. Your scope speed, panning speed can both be set to normal. Then the final one, your refresh rate, but this is specific to the device you use. I use a device that supports 120 frames per second. So if your device supports 120 frames per second, you can activate it. And if it doesn't, you can reduce it to what your device supports. But I would say by default, you should put it on 60 FPS because most phones run at 60 frames per second. But I'm going to leave mine on 120 frames per second. Then if you want to edit your avatar, that's this person, if you want to edit, you come to stats and customize. Then you can go crazy with the editing items here. Then if you want to buy certain skins, although I wouldn't really recommend buying skins because these are things that you can do when you customize the avatar yourself. So these are the few settings that you must adjust when you start the game. See you in the next video.